hard baseball play. Randon Jernigan's going in hard to home plate, and Jimmy McDonald, their catcher, went after the ball, and then he's diving back to make a play, and they collided, and I saw Randon's shoulder kind of go into him when they slid. Initially Jimmy kind of got up and moved around, and then he went down. And then it was really scary not to see him move. I mean, it was really emotional. Our guys were really emotional in the dugout because you see mom and dad come on the field, and life can change just like that. And man, it was really scary. And then we got the news about 30 minutes later, right before Game 2 started, that all signs started to go to the positive side of things. That he was getting that feeling back and getting some movement back, and that just, it just took a big load off, because I just felt sick, for that kid and just for their team and for his family, and it just makes you sick to think that things like that happen, and know things like that happen, and no fault of his own. But we're thinking about him, and the word is that Jimmy's doing better, and I'll check in with him tonight, and Coach Pollock's a good friend, and I'll check in with him as well, just to make sure that he's doing okay.
And how is Shane? I know Shane had his own little collision today,
he's got a sprained shoulder. That was a pretty good collision. He was in a lot of pain, but it did not come out of socket, which is the good news.
That's good.
But he's got a sprained shoulder. He's going to be out for a little bit. We don't know how long, but it's going to be a little bit of time, a week, maybe 2 weeks, but it's not season ending, at least we don't think right now. We're pretty encouraged. It could have been worse. The way that he was moving around, I thought it was really bad.
Oh, he broke it at first.
Yeah, that we were worried about the collarbone.
Yeah.
But everything is there. But it's a sprained AC joint. I don't know what the heck that means. I know it's a sprained shoulder. But I think he's going to be okay.
Good football injury.
Yeah.
As far as the games today, Tucker Maxwell, guy's about how you can get right now.
Yeah, he was the best player on the field. And he might be SEC Player of the Week. The way that he played, stole a lot of bases and hit a bunch of home runs, and plays a great defensive center field. And it's really good to see. I'm really happy for him, because we've seen it, flashes of that, for the last 2 years or so. You see him do things that other guys can't do, because he's so athletic and so freakishly strong. He's really strong, but it's just never really come together on the baseball field at one time consistently. And now it's starting to happen. And what you're seeing is a really good athlete that's used to being a football player figure out how to play baseball. The game's slowing down for him a little bit, and he's playing with a lot of confidence, and man, it's fun to watch, because he is an exciting baseball player.
Talk about Tony just a little bit. Now, he gave up the home run, then he gives up the walk. You go out to talk to him. Maybe 2 years ago, that Tony Losa would have really kind of maybe blown up a little bit more, but he talked about it a while ago about it's a sign of his growth, maturity. That he doesn't let that kind of thing bother you. He's able to settle back down and finish off a strong start.
Yeah, he's definitely grown up, and that's what I told him when I went out there for the visit. I was pretty ticked too, because I felt like it was a call that we would have liked to have gotten, but we didn't. It's a borderline call, and so I went out there and I go, hey, let me handle this, because Tony was mad, and I said, hey, you got to overcome it. Let me handle it. So I had my words. The umpire had his words, and we do what coaches and umpires do, and agree to disagree. I took my warning. I told him I'm gonna get one right here, and but bottom line, you're just fighting for your team, and I thought Tony composed himself after that, and I think he set down the next 7 after the walk. He set down the next 7. He was as good as he's been since he's been in red and black.
First game, Cole had a good spot in his not so consistent spots. Is he going to remain in the rotation for SEC? Do you know yet, or are you going to go with somebody else?
Well, that's something we'll discuss over over the week. We get some time off this week. It's nice.
Right.
We'll be tomorrow off and practice Monday, Tuesday, play Wednesday, and so we've got some time to think about that. He's an awfully talented kid. He is going to be in the mix no matter what, and if he's not in the rotation, he's going to have the ball when the game's on the line. There's no question about it. And so I've said it 100 times. I don't worry about Cole Wilcox. He's going to be just fine. And but I don't know what we're going to do yet. We'll sit down as a staff, probably on Tuesday, and start to figure that out and figure out what we're going to do with the rotation.
All right.